Thank you. You made a history.
Hey, how are you?
You say your presents all the time.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸ੍ਰੀ ਭਗਵਤੀ ਜੀ ਸਹਾਏ ਵਾਰ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਭਗਵਤੀ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹੀ 10ਵੀਂ ਪ੍ਰਥਮ ਭਗਵਤੀ ਸਿਮਰ ਕੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇ ਆਏ ਫੇਰ ਅੰਗਤ ਗੁਰ ਤੇ ਅਮਰਦਾਸ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਹੋਈ ਸਹਾਏ। ਅਰਜਨ ਹਰ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਨਾਮ ਸਿਮਰਾਓ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਹਰਿ ਰਾਏ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਹਰਿ ਕ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਆਈਐ ਗਣੀਆਂ ਚੜੇ ਆਰਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਤਨ ਚਰਾਏ ਖੋਪਰੀਆਂ ਲਵਾਈਆਂ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਲਸਾ ਜੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਬੋਲੋ ਜੀ। ਪੰਜਾਂ ਨੇ ਗਤਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਗਤ ਨੇ ਪਤਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਪਤ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਅਪਾਰ 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 ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀਓ ਤੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਗੌਰਮੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀਓ ਮੈਨੀਟੋਬਾ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਸ਼ੁਕਰਾਨਾ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਨੀ ਮੈਨੀਟੋਬਾ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਦੇ ਸਿਰ ਤੇ ਮੇਰ ਭਰਿਆ ਹੱਥ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਕਾਮਯਾਬੀਆਂ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀਆਂ ਕਲਾ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ ਦਿਨ ਦੁਗਣੀ ਰਾਤ ਚੌਗਣੀ ਤਰੱਕੀ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਨੀ ਐਸੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਨੀ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਮਿਹਰਾਂ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ ਜੀਓ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ।
I believe that is the first time a Manitoba press conference has ever begun with an ardas. ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਦਿਲੋਂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। Good morning everyone. My name is JD Devgan. I am the MLA for McPhillips. Before I begin, I'd like to acknowledge that we are gathered on the territory, the Anishinaabe, the Inuit, the Dene, the Dakota, the Inuit, the Anishinaabe, and the Red. We are gathered here at the Sikh Society of Manitoba for a very important day, the grand opening of a upgraded and paved Mollard Road. And it is a little bit of a surreal moment for me. I have a deep connection to the Sikh Society of Manitoba. This place, Sikh Society of Manitoba, is where I got my start from. This is the foundation of anything that I consider a political career, anything that I consider a career in general today. It all started here at the Sikh Society of Manitoba. And over the years that I've been here, we all know that the one ask that this community has always had is please pave Mollard Road. And there have been many elected officials to walk through these buildings, and the ask has been the same to all of them. And for the 10 years that I was privileged to be on the board of directors here, it was the same ask. But this ask has been asked for so long. There are a lot of folks standing behind me right now, folks who've been asking for this very investment for decades now. And I want to thank you sincerely for the effort and the work you put into bringing us to where we are today. Without that tenacity and that determination, these are members of our community, foundational members of our community, people who've been here since day one. So I'm super excited to be here today. I don't know if you can tell, but it's hard for me to contain my excitement, but I know a lot of people in this community are very excited. I've had people ask us during the last, since we've been elected, is this happening? Is this happening? Almost out of belief that this would happen. And here we are, like I said, almost surreal. It's happened. So with that said, I want to invite up our first speaker here, the man whom, because of his understanding of the importance of following through on a commitment, this has all been completed here. So please welcome Premier Wab Kinew.
Thank you to JD for starting us. I want to also thank the priest for opening us off in a good way. So I'll say Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. And I just want to thank the community here at the Sikh Society of Manitoba for coming out today for what is a wonderful occasion, a great milestone to separate. Mollard Road is now paved. So having a road get built like this, to see the upgrades happen to Mollard Road, it can mean many things. We're talking about safety, we're talking about enhanced infrastructure, we're talking about building the economy. But what I see happening today, and why I'm saying it's a reason for a celebration, is that we're also seeing the next evolution of the Sikh faith community here in Manitoba. We're talking about the oldest Gurdwara here in the province of Manitoba, and for years it was serviced with a gravel road. And now, because of the economic activity, because of the creativity, because of the contributions to all of Manitoba made by the Sikh faith community, we are seeing that the infrastructure and the investments of your tax dollars in the community are now coming back to build up Mollard Road and to build up the future of the community. Project to be a part of. It's great to have wonderful partners. JD Devgan, who's our host here today, was a strong advocate for this project. Diljit Brar, who is the MLA for the boroughs, also was a very, very strong advocate. And of course, Mintu Sandhu, the Minister for Public Service Delivery, which is the Minister of getting things done, we could say. He was also very influential, as were all of our MLAs, such as Rochelle Schott and everyone else who's a part of the team. So I want to acknowledge them publicly, because it's one thing for us to promise it in the election. Then we get elected and we promise it again. Now that we're government, we're going to do it. But then it takes people while you're in government to stay on the project and make sure that the money gets out the door to make it happen. So congratulations to the MLAs and Minister for that work. City also bringing funding and resources forward that builds the project. And so Mayor Gillingham, thank you for your good work in making this happen here today. Most of all, though, thank you to the Sikh Society of Manitoba, and thank you to the Sikh faith community here in our province, because it is you who really made this happen. It was the commitment, and here I'll paint the scene for you. We were at the Nagar Kirtan parade not too long ago, and people were coming up, and every time someone would talk to me, the amount of time waiting for the road was getting longer and longer. First people were like, politicians have been telling us for 30 years that they were going to build this. And then politicians were telling us for 35 years and then 40 years. And so it really became clear to me that so many people had come and made promises. Probably by the time we showed up in the last election and promised to build a road, people were probably like, oh yeah, we heard that one before. It takes persistence to get things done. And finally, this investment is happening. And I hope it brings safety, it brings security, it brings positivity to the community. Let's keep working together to build up Manitoba, this province that we love so much. Miigwech, thank you.
And once again, I'll thank you on behalf of the community here. But sincerely, I think the number now is what, 40 years we were waiting? 40? Yeah, we're at 41 now. Okay. So 41 years of waiting for this to happen. It's a big day for our community here. But I also want to thank Mayor Gillingham for being a partner with us on this. Just briefly, Mayor Gillingham and I were talking about the last time we were gathered here for an event like this. It was for the grand opening of the extension of the Sikh Society of Manitoba, when the mayor was still deciding whether this was a route for him. And what a long ways we've come, and it's a testament to the growth in our community. So thank you, Mayor Gillingham. I'd like to welcome you up to the stage as well.
Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you so much, JD. Also for the land acknowledgement, thank you to the priest for the opening prayer. There you are. Thank you very much. And Premier Kinew, thank you so much to you and your government for your investment, because the Premier did lay it out correctly. We as a city partner with the province of Manitoba, and specific to Mollard Road, The primary, obviously, source of funding is the province of Manitoba, fulfilling a campaign commitment. It was also a campaign commitment of mine, as JD indicated when I did meet here during the campaign, and in fact before, when I was still a city councillor, was able to meet and hear the concerns and the priorities of this, the great community here, the Sikh Society of Manitoba, and I've had the privilege of seeing the school and attending the Gurdwara before. So thank you so much again for being, and Mr. Brar, President of Sikh Society of Manitoba, and the entire board, and everyone for your ongoing advocacy for really the decades, as you've heard, to get this project done. It is wonderful to be celebrating the completion of Mullard Road. I also want to recognize the people who built it, Bayview Construction and the consultant engineer and the City of Winnipeg staff and others who really were the ones who have constructed this road. It is smooth. It might be the smoothest road in Winnipeg right now. Thank you.
Next, MLA for Maples, Minister Mintu Sandhu.
Well, good morning, everyone. Very happy to be here. Honorable Premier, Mr. Mayor, and esteemed guest, welcome to the Maples. What a week. We had a big week on Saturday where we announced $100,000 for Punjab flood relief. We announced MJA to protect and Manitoba jobs. And soon we'll be issuing a tender for the new schools. And one of those schools is going to JD's area in the West St. Paul. And now here at this announcement of paving the Mullard Road. This is a wonderful, wonderful see. You know, I want to thank the Premier first, because when you make a promise, you deliver on those promises. That's what the Premier did. And I also want to thank JD, because last night I was thinking, okay, so whose role was what? I remember each time the politician comes, I wasn't even elected member at that time. We will sit down in the Gurdwara in the hall. They will go have a meeting in the office. And from there, they will come to the hall, and each time, JD's first ask was paving the Mullard Road. So JD, this happened. Congratulations. Well, JD didn't know that time. He had to be the MLA for the McPhillips for that to happen. So once again, thank you. I'm also proud to stand here on behalf of our Minister Smart. Without the funding from municipal and northern relation is not possible. So I want to thank Minister Smart as well. And before that, also Minister Ian Bussey, when this all process started. So thank you to Ian Bussey as well. Again, this is very important. This helps folks who are driving to the Gurdwara. Also folks who are biking to Gurdwara. Also if somebody is walking to Gurdwara, right? So those are the important things. So once again, Premier, this is my honor to be part of your team. And this is not an effort of one person. And you probably see MLA Daljit Brar, JD Devgan, Shalsat. We are part of the Northwest team. So we all worked hard on this project. So everyone's shared responsibility was here to, hey, you know what? We made those promises and we cannot be delivering on those promises. And we did it. So, and also another thing was going through my mind. Okay, so after retirement, what you probably thinking what you did during this time? So even though I brought in a big bill, it's called the Buy Canada Act. I brought in a bill to protect the renters. I probably be bringing more bills. But when I retire, I probably be sitting with folks of my age, probably 50s, 60s, and playing cards. And if they were to wonder, so what did you do that during your minister or as a MLA? So the Mahler Road will be the number one priority. I'm going to say, hey, you know what? This is what I did. So for that to happen, it had to be done with the collaboration with the city as well. So thank you to Mayor Scott Gillingham. And once again, thank you very much. And, I can't express my, I'm so excited. I'm so excited, and sometimes I get emotional on these occasions. So once again, thank you very much.
Brar to share a few words as well.
It's a great day. Fateh di Sanj Paiye, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I googled history of Sikh Society of Manitoba last night. A CBC article pops up. Guess what? The article is written by Jasdeep Devgan in 2019. I was like, I know this guy. And let me tell everyone that Jasdeep Devgan, we call him JD now, MLA for Matt Phillips, he served as Vice President of Sikh Society of Manitoba for many years, in young age. And this is a live example of youth leadership development in this organization. And that means a lot for our society. Now, the article says the society was incorporated in 1969. 1969, friends. I was minus 6 years old at that time. I don't think we had even 69 Sikh Manitobans here then. I want to say thank you to you all for that initiative. And it made me proud of my elders, my seniors who could envision that we are witnessing today. They could see and imagine how important this organization is for the members of Sikh community. मैं अपने सारे बुजुर्गां दा मातावां दा सत्कार करदा धन्नवाद करदा कदर करदा जिन्हां ने इस संस्था दा संस्थापन कीता. So in context, respect for elders in indigenous and Punjabi culture is exactly same. For example, Sardar Harbans Singh Brad Uncle ji, if he tells me now go serve tea, go clean up, I would run and do what he said. And that's what happens in indigenous communities. You can attest to that, Premier. That once happened to you too. So when elders say go and do this, that means something in our communities. So let's maintain that respect for the elders who paved the way for us, and the government paved Mullard Road for them. Another thing I want to share here is Sikh Society of Manitoba has created an example of women leadership in Sikh community by electing my sister Raj Kaur Brad as the first women president of this organization. That is a great, great milestone. And that lifts up our daughters and sisters for future leadership roles. What does Gurdwara mean to a Sikh? I want to share that. To my non-Sikh friends, I want to say that Gurdwara means the door to Guru. Gurdwara is not just a religious place. It's also a community center, it's a school, it's a library, it's a grieving place, it's a celebration of birth, marriage, and other important occasions. Last but not least, it's also a symbol of our political power. My dear friends, infrastructure, human resources, financial resources, and other resources are a vehicle our vision rides on. And it's very important to provide support, to provide these resources. This road is a great infrastructure that leads to Sikh Society of Manitoba and further. When I say further, I don't mean to say Route 90. I mean to say this road leads to prosperity, inclusion, social justice, youth leadership development, social service, and spiritual growth of Manitobans. I want to say thank you, Premier Kinew. and Minister Mintu Sandhubaiji for your leadership and advocacy for this project and beyond. I'm proud to be part of the government that cares about Manitoba and the great people of Manitoba from all walks of life. I also want to thank Mayor Gillingham and his team for your hard work to make this happen. Shukriya, Tanwad. Thank you. And
I don't want to prolong this press conference any longer, but just to pull the curtain back, I didn't ask to be on the committee. I was voluntold to be on the committee. I didn't know what I was getting signed up for, but Uncle G, Sukhdev Brar, told me that this is what I'm going to be entering into. And it was at that time where the Constitution was changed at the Sikh Society of Manitoba to allow for 2 student members to be involved in the board of directors at the Sikh Society of Manitoba as a means of getting youth involved. And I can tell you today, we've got some of those youth here. They're standing somewhere in the crowd. But we've continued that practice at the Sikh Society of Manitoba, and that is incredibly important. But next, I'd like to invite the person who I started my journey on the committee with. And we have a lot of good memories from that time, and a lot of ups and downs. But what a journey it's been. But I'm very happy to be standing here with you today in this milestone. Please welcome Harbant Singh Brar, President of Sikh Society of Manitoba.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ. Today is the historic day for Sikh Society of Manitoba because September 19, which is tomorrow, 1969, 56 years ago, this corporation was registered when in Manitoba only 9 Sikh families were living, and 7 of them registered the name of the Sikh Society of Manitoba. And where we are today, right after 56 years, one day less, or 56 years, we are celebrating the road opening. Thank you very much for your kind word, Mayor Scott Gillingham. Our Premier, Kinew, Diljit Brar, Mintu Sandhu, and J.D. Devgan, Rookie MLA in Manitoba. And he is the baby of the Sikh Society of Manitoba because that's what he started his life from. Well, I have no note written. Whatever I will speak from my heart. Today is as I said, today is the historic day because 2 big men with big heart, Mayor Gillingham and son of the Canadian soil, are here, who did what we asked for last 40 years. This building behind me, the Sikh Society of Gurdwara, that opened at this place June the 6th, 1984, which is 41 years. In that 41 years, I have been president for 5 times. This is my 5th term. And how many ministers and how many premiers and MPs and other folks we asked to pave this road, I don't remember the numbers. But this time, you know, most of us were tired to ask people and have no beliefs on anyone. But, you know, I think this is really lucky for us. And this time it's our dream came true. That Kinew and Gillingham did the work. Who can do it? So thank you for your kind, and thank you for your kind word and everything you did. And I am not speaking on behalf of only myself, I'm speaking on behalf of the Sikh Society of Manitoba, for whole the Sikhs in Manitoba. We proud to be live in Canada, we proud to be live in Manitoba, we proud to be live in Winnipeg. Whatever the achievements the Sikh nation have in Manitoba, not anywhere else in the world, in any country or any province. Just briefly, our flag rise on every Vaisakhi day, April the 13th. the person wear the turban don't have to be wear helmet driving motorcycle. And our 5Ks with the government of Manitoba in 1999, recognition of those 5Ks, and also the human remains we could put anywhere in the water in Manitoba, and our Nagar Kirtan. Our Nagar Kirtan is registered in the 4 big parade in Manitoba. What else we want? We get everything we ask the government of Manitoba or the city of Winnipeg. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mayor. Thank you very much. And we are so proud. We are so proud we live here, and this is our home, and we will respect everyone. The one thing I want to say, right now we have 500 kids in our school. 500 kids, and you will see next 10 years when those 500 boys, kids, girls, that boys will be on the road in the turbans and the Sikh faith and everything, because we teach them not to be drugged, not to be lie, not to be all those Sikh faith stuff. So we are training, we are creating the good people, the good nations, the good habits and everything. So that's what we do. But whatever you guys did for us, we will never forget. And thank you very much. So